My name is Berthold Trenkel, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Qatar Tourism.
Good afternoon. It's such a pleasure to see you today. The global hospitality industry is bouncing back from the COVID-19 pandemic and reopening. Where is Qatar on that journey?
So we've opened our borders on July 12th. Since then, we've seen a certain level of recovery. At the moment, we're tracking at about 40% of pre-pandemic levels. But I'm expecting a full house, if you want to use that term, for the end of this year, because we have a few fabulous events coming up. Speaking of the first ever Formula One coming to Qatar, and then after that we have the Arab Cup, which is the kind of try run, if you want, for the FIFA World Cup in 22, which will run pretty much through all of December.
We're here at World Travel Market, and you've unveiled a ambitious plan to take us right up to 2030. What can you tell us about that?
So our targets for 2030 are to triple the tourism arrivals, but I think more importantly is actually to grow our room nights from pre-pandemic levels of 6 million to somewhere in the range of 17 to 19 million room nights, and equally grow our share in the GDP. We're sitting at the moment about at 6% to 12%. So it's real growth in share of GDP and making the tourism sector a true pillar of the economy.
Your remarks last night, you said you had the full backing of the government. Tourism will be a very important part of the country moving forward.
Yes, so we've recently presented to the Economic Council, and we've got the endorsement for tourism to become a priority sector for the economy, and therefore we have the full support from the Council of Ministers, from His Excellency the Prime Minister, and also from His Highness, who have endorsed tourism and want to grow tourism in 2030, and that's why we're back to the 12% goal of GDP.
The main event, obviously the FIFA World Cup, now just over a year away. How are preparations going?
Preparations are going very well. We've already inaugurated and are operating 6 of the 8 stadiums that have been built, and during the FIFA Arab Cup coming up at the end of November, we'll be playing in 6 of the stadiums. The one that won't be ready yet is the biggest one, the Lusail Stadium, which has a capacity of 80,000 spectators, and which will be the place where the final of the FIFA World Cup in 2022 will take place. That stadium will be ready sometime early in 2022. So I think we're in good shape. Sometimes Qatar at the moment feels a bit like a construction site. There's a lot of roadworks and finishing up going on. But the main part, the new metro system actually already went live in 2019. And the new metro system will be a core pillar to ensure the safe transportation of the people to the stadiums, and most of the stadiums can be fully reached with public transportation.
Well, certainly an exciting time for the destination, and we look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the interview.